I'm sitting here with Paul King Kamanga, a man that's made you had some activity in 2021, fighting back at home on the DRC. Let's talk about that experience. How was it to get back in the ring again?
So, hello Hayden, you're right. Yeah. It's always good to have you come see us in the South. 100%. Last year I had 2 fights in the DRC, yeah, and it was good because remember I've never competed in my home country professionally. I had an exhibition fight there a few years ago, but I mean that was like the first time, and the crowd wasn't welcoming to me because our kid was a champion. He was a champion, yeah. So, but afterwards, they kind of warmed up to me, and we became more. So I had two knockout wins last year in Kamanga. So it was good just to get back into it. But also I had to see where this boxing is going for me. I think growing up, boxing's been everything I did. And then so I had to do I still want to box? Do I still not want to box? And so that was not just a good comeback, but a good revelation to the path I want to take going forward.
All right, and Jabalani Makhense is in front of you. He's had 13 fights as a professional. You've got a bit more experience when it comes to the professional ranks. You've also fought in the UK as well, previous WBC international champion. Experience in this fight, does it mean that much when you come up against also a quality operator in Jabalani Makhense?
So experience. So beside the thing, I had, because I've been through it all, yeah. I've been undefeated for a long time. I've been champion. I've traveled. I've lost twice. I've made a lot of money. I've been famous. I've been traveled quite a bit. But on the downside, I've lost a lot of money. I've been done in by people. I've been irrelevant. And so there's a lot that I've experienced besides just the fighting itself. And the fight record, he's got 13 fights, right? Yeah. I was 21 when I reached that number. And so I think experience is everything. I've fought at high level, not just competition, but high arenas. It's one thing to fight at Empress, it's another to fight at the Auto Arena. And so I think all that will count. And so I think from that perspective, I'm miles ahead of him.
And I know that me and you spoke, and we spoke about you wanting to line up with someone else that's on the bill as well. Is Tulani Mbenge at welterweight now. He's also a big fighter as well. I know you guys fought as amateurs, but that's a very long time ago. But you're fighting Jabalani Makhense. Is Makhense for you a barometer to see where you at in terms of where your boxing is? Because as you said, you haven't fought in South Africa in a very long time. This is a top South African fighter. Beat someone like that, maybe you could be looking at tools.
Yeah, so I think every fight from now on is just going to be a parameter for me to see where I'm going with boxing. I think in the past I've been blindly just going, and I was doing well, so you become blinder if things are working the way you want them to work. And so from now, if after this win, I'm also going to see if this boxing is going to go forward. Being is a great fight. That's a fight that's going to happen, but it's a money fight, and so we'll see how we go about it. And the other thing we've got to look at as well is what Mchunu and Makabu did in the last fight is they could go to a place where they can both make money. And so if no one's going to offer us here, we can just take it overseas, take it somewhere else. And so so I think every fight from now is just going to be me assessing, right? Because it's not just the fight, right? It's the whole camp, Do I still want to do this? Do I still want to wake up every morning, go for those runs, push myself to the limit? And I don't mind doing it because I've been doing it for so long. It becomes natural, but do I still love it? Do I still feel... Because in the past, even now, boxing, training gave me a sense of belonging, a sense of a purpose. And I want to see if that still achieves that. At the moment, still achieves that. I still feel like there's a purpose to my life while I'm training. So we just have to take it fight by fight. I'll just assess myself. Obviously, I've got plans. Obviously, I'm still an international fighter. I still got calls. There've been a few offers I've had overseas, and so there's that route as well. But then being a fight, definitely. And this year, we're going to see where my boxing is as well. if I still love this thing or not.
Well, looking at just the two of you guys on the same tournament, two non-title fights against two opponents. So let's talk about Jabalani Makhense as your opponent, since he's going to be the man in front of you right now. What do you see in him? Can he give you trouble? Do you think this will be a competitive fight?
I think it's going to be competitive. Makhense is a good fighter. He's a good boxer, let me say. He's a good boxer. But I think we're at the level where being a good boxer is not enough. You need the power, you need the speed, you need that aggression. You need to be a fighter as well. And I think it might trouble me in the first round or two. But I'm too big, I'm too strong. And look at me, right? I'm a beast. So I'm gonna walk him down and I'm gonna knock him out within 4. He's a good fighter. I don't take anything away from him, but I don't see him lasting with me. I'm too big, I'm too strong for him.
I wonder, so that's what I was asking you off camera as well, because now you've just said that. So I was going to ask you a prediction later. You said 4 rounds. You think you can knock him out. Was anything in his loss to Thulani Mbenge leaning into that prediction for you?
Well, not so much the fight. I think it's more the belief in myself. I've been working with Stephen Montgomery for my strength and conditioning, and assess my sparring. How I spar now, how I take punches. And how my opponents, the guys helping with sparring, take punches, and judging from my last 2 fights. So I think I'm much stronger now, and I'm reaching my peak now. 28, so 28 to 32, that's your peak years in boxing. And so I think I'm just a much stronger fighter than he is. And obviously we had to look at the Mbenge fight to put the game plan together to see what's going to work for us. But I've always thought I'd be too strong for this kid anyway. So yeah, so a bit of both, a bit of confidence in myself, and a bit of his loss to Mbenge.
At which point did ESPN contact you and say this is a fight they'd like to put together?
So what happened? Yeah, because I trained with Manny Fernandez. Yeah. They had spoken to Manny about this. There was a fight earlier, actually, they wanted me to fight Ndongeni, but I couldn't make that right.
Is that super lightweight?
Super lightweight, yeah. Never gonna kill myself again making right. And so they offered me this fight, but I didn't really agree with what they were gonna pay me. And so we managed to discuss with them and come to an agreement. So I think this was about a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago. So just perfect timing for me to get into fight form for this fight. So yeah, so they didn't contact me directly, they contacted through my trainer to see if I was interested in a fight. And it's a fight I want, obviously I've taken a massive pay cut, but I think it's a fight that's gonna push me in the right direction to where I'm gonna go, given that I do box, going forward.
And in terms of, Jabalani's highly rated as well as yourself, so whoever wins this fight sort of elevates irrespective.
Yeah, so I think the other thing we're looking at was the ratings. He's highly rated, and I want his rating, so we're coming for that as well. And so there's a few things you got to look at when deciding on the fight. Obviously, ratings, titles, how much they're going to pay you, venues, and so the biggest thing was obviously pay and his ranking. So yeah, I think after this fight, not that I'll only be back in boxing, but my rating's gonna be back. It's gonna be significant as well. Significant ratings where I can challenge for bigger titles.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Chris Van Heerden's in the country at the moment. He's busy, going around some of the gyms, and he's back at home. Have you seen that?
I've seen a poster there. I think his younger brother had put it up. But Chris knows it. I know it. That's a money fight, and that's a fight we both want. And I want to fight Chris. I want to make it happen before Chris retires. Chris is the fight I want. I think most of South Africa wants that fight.
Home, away, where would that fight take place?
That would depend. To be honest, yeah, I think that's a home fight. I think we got enough. What's this word I'm looking for? We can attract enough attraction from the outside that can sponsor us, because it's a money fight. As I said, I got 4 years to try and make this thing live, so I got to try and make as much as I can.
So you're retiring at 32?
It depends how it goes. Maybe I might not get to 32, and because there's so much more going on into my life in life now. You know, I'm training kids. Yeah, I'm doing the charity thing, and there's just so much more to life than boxing. And so 32 would be great if I can make it to 32. In terms of if my life will still be at 32, you know, I could push even a bit longer. Let's see how things goes. You know, I want to take it day by day, step by step, fight by fight. Let's say, fight this fight, and then see the next fight, see where it all goes. So yeah, I think Van Eden is definitely a fight for South Africa. We've both lived overseas. He's in America, I was in the UK, but I think it's about time we come home and we give the fans what they want.
All right, well, that's fantastic. Obviously, big fights being called out as well over here. You got to make good in the prime of your career. What's your message for Jabulani Makhense if he stands in front of your face today? You know, if you give a look at the camera, what would be your message for him before you guys step in the ring?
I would tell him not to take it too hard. You know, he's a good fighter. After this fight, he mustn't think he's a crappy fighter because I'm just a different level. You know, I'm a different fighter. I'm a different beast, and he must take the loss, and he must carry on. He's got a future in the game. I think it might be a bit too soon for him to fight someone at my level. But he mustn't take it too hard. He must carry on, keep doing what he's doing, and he's going to go far as well. Just not this fight. But in future, I wish him all the best in the future. But the 30th would not be his night. It's my night. I own the night.
All right, fantastic, Paul. And then, you know, lastly from yourself, any thank yous, shout outs for anybody?
I got plenty. I've always got a lot. So, big thanks to my team. You know, I got Manny Fernandez. He's my trainer. I got my sponsors, Big Bombs, Lollipops. And I got Nexus Travel. Big thanks to Stephen Montgomery. He's my conditioning trainer. And everyone that's come on board. So what happens is people come in, understand? So it's not like an official. I've also got the 2 official sponsors, but people come in, help here, help there. And so everyone that's helped with medication and vitamins and massages and clothing. Mark Scott from NJ Logistics, who's helped me and again with everything. I thank you all. Thanks to my family, to all the support. And I hope to see everyone on June 30th because I'll be ready to hurt somebody.